knowing that you're so skilled and such an expert in this field, Brad, how do you use communication skills to ethically guide someone towards a yes, as opposed to, trying to get their buy-in?
Yeah, try to get their buy-in. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of the sort of scenarios that comes at that place. And I think what ends up happening is that you really forget to ask those deep questions. Now, in every situation, in any context, there's always a space for an agreement if we actually sort of get to the overall big picture. We call it chunking up. Yeah. And if we can find out what is the overall benefit for this person in what we're looking at getting and what's in it for them, if we can chunk up, we can always get an agreement. And when we are able to ask those right questions, like how and what, and we can get to the deep, this is sort of, the essence of what we're looking at going through and doing here, we should be able to always be able to get an agreement. So I'll give you a quick example. In the context of business, if you were to take any employee, leader, owner, director, executive member, whatever it is, in any business, if you were to go through and ask them enough times, what is the intention of business? And I've done this with a number of our clients. Eventually, hopefully, the person will get to profit reasonably soon. All right. So if you're not in business to make a profit, then that's the thing as a non-for-profit, but they still have to make a money to be able to reinvest. All right. So whilst it's a non-for-profit, it's not a profitable business for cash flow. It's non-profit for putting money back into the business. As a non-for-profit. But if you're not making a profit, then why are you in business? So in that example, anytime you're coming to someone, you want to get their agreement, if you're able to go through and find out, what's the overall intention and what purpose is there, if you can set up what we call an agreement frame, where, okay, so you'll agree that whatever we do is in the context of business, making a profit's important. They go, yeah, good. All right. So how do we get there? As long as we can sort of maintain agreement and get that profit, you're okay with this conversation going ahead, right? So we've set them up with a yes set. We've set them up with that process. And then by really going through and asking those questions, it allows us to get to that place, being able to do it. And because we're positioning ourselves with an agreement before we've gone through that, it's very hard for the person to back out of, no, I don't want to do that because I really don't care about the company's profit. It's a really hard place to sort of go back to from there.